that. Hello, we are live. Thank goodness I saw that.
Gotta add that first and then hit go live.
I know. I did that last Saturday on our Saturday thrift haul. Welcome to our random Tuesday live. We have a ton of thrift haul to paint, and we thought, why not have a little paint-a-palooza? It will only last for, at the max, an hour and 15 maybe, because Zeb's got to go milk the cow. But yeah, we thought it'd be fun. I mean, we're going to get started painting these things. We find them at the thrift store, and then we sell them in our shop here in Lehigh, Utah, or at JamieRayVintage.com. I'm going to drop the link to
We've already painted a few things already. We had channel member live stream earlier, and we were working on this tote, but we thought we would finish it on this live stream. And then we did a few other things. I'll bring them and show you real quick. These are from the Saturday thrift haul we did last Saturday.
Yeah, if you watch our Saturday thrift haul, we've been having a lot of people say, hey, I'd like to see your things finished. So here's the bird that Zeb bought that I had to replace the tail. And this was just those little drawers. I do need you to push this knob on a little harder.
Oh.
I wasn't strong enough.
I see what you did. You painted it.
Yes, I made it a tight squeeze. Hi, didn't I just see you guys before your nap? You sure did in business. We had business coaching and our channel member live this morning, and we took a power nap.
Yep.
And now we're here to paint. Sometimes you have to take a little power nap to get things going.
I had a late night last night, so power nap it was. Sometimes you just need a little half hour to get you through the rest of your day.
So these are French millinery and cottage colors. I believe this one is already sold. I don't know if your bird sold. I think it did actually. So
naturally.
Naturally.
My geometric animals always sell, and despite
you
not loving them, despite you not loving them, you actually painted that one.
Well, yeah, because if you put it in front of me, I'm going to paint it. Like, that's just the way it is. Just paint my way through. So we're going to get started. We are going to be doing decoupage on fabric to a basket. A lot of people have been asking for that, so we'll do that here in a little bit. And we're also going to be doing lots more decoupage.
I'm going to scooch this out of the way for a minute because I'm going to do a repair on that thing behind you first.
Okay, perfect. What do you want me to decoupage in this?
Whatever you want. Here, just use this one. I think it'd be good. It's kind of springy.
Which one?
We have these two spring floral options.
Oh, I want the rooster.
Oh, and the rooster. No, I mean, yeah, you're going to have to cut it.
Well, I know it's bigger than that.
Show them the rooster first, though.
I just want to see.
Before you go cutting it.
So here is Paulette. Is that how you say it?
Paulette, I believe.
Paulette.
I don't know. I'm not French.
It's our chicken paper. It's in the JRV papers, the decoupage papers we sell at JamieRayVintage.com. I'm going to go ahead and get this cut out and decoupaged. I've already pre-painted it. We did this on the live video. This is cottage color. You want to always have white paint underneath your decoupage if you want it to be nice and bright, because it's kind of see-through. And so a white background is going to make all of those colors pop. So Linda says poulet.
Poulet.
She spelled it poo, P-O-O, so poulet.
Well, there is a lot of poo involved with chickens.
Debbie is live as well right now. Patricia said, so you guys can go watch her or catch her on the replay. Definitely don't miss that. I don't know what she's doing today, so I'm going to have to catch her on the replay.
We contemplated not going live because we don't like to go when Debbie's going, but we have limited time this week and we just had to do it. And we're like, you know what, let's show all the things. So the theme of this thrift haul makeover flip situation is we're trying to do things for less. I would just flip that over and cut it off on the bottom.
But then it's going to be bigger.
A little bit extra, but
okay.
But thrift flips for less. Like, how can you maximize your dollar, right? So if you have your own thrift flips that you want to do and do them along with us, by all means, go ahead and get your paint out.
Get your thrift flip on.
Okay, so we got this at the thrift store. Are you encroaching?
I'm encroaching.
Yes, I have the bigger project right now. And then this was there, but this is not attached. And I thought it would be like an easy just screw it back together, but these holes are all wallered out and ripped out. So I'm going to show you a really quick
Eliza,
way.
if you need to have a snack, you can come in.
I'm just going to show you a really quick way to fix holes.
Oh, Debbie's painting a trash can. So if you guys don't know Debbie, you should check out Debbie's Design Diary on Facebook. She's super fun. She's like, we are the farmhouse world, and she's the boho world, and she has a lot of fun ideas, and she's hilarious. So look up Debbie's Design Diary, and if you don't already follow her, you should.
All right. So if you have toothpicks, use toothpicks. I don't keep toothpicks on hand, so you're going to see me cut stuff. I'm just going to make a couple slivers of this wood, and I'm going to push those down in my hole and glue them in. So just a couple little shavings. Should be real nice and easy. I'm just carving here.
As soon as I get this decoupaged, I'll drop a link to her page for you guys. Sarah said she didn't get a notice that Debbie was live, but she'll hop over there. Yeah, you can watch the replay. Another thing you guys can do to help is share it out. So if you like videos from us or you like videos from Debbie, if you share that video when you're watching it, it tells Facebook, hey, this is something that I like. And I know some of you guys are on YouTube, but if you're on Facebook, and it's super helpful. And right now, everybody can use all the help they can get. I can't. She's doing a trash can. Now I'm intrigued. I'm gonna have to
usually watch her on Tuesdays.
Yeah, I'll have to watch what she's doing while you go milk Buttercup.
Okay, so these shavings here is what I was after. Just, you know, toothpick size shavings. They don't have to be long because I don't need them to go the full length. If you got a toothpick, it's easy. You just put some glue in there, hammer them in, then snap them off. And I keep losing one of my shavings that I needed.
Why didn't you mark the decoupage on the backside? Oh, because I actually cut it bigger than was necessary. So I'm actually going to put this inside of there, and I'm going to make another mark and cut it down even smaller here in a minute. But I'm going to real quickly.
All right, don't make fun of my glue situation.
Where is my glue?
I could not find the glue to save my life. So I'm just going to, this is how I buy the glue, and then I have small containers. So I'm just going to get a little dab out here on my board. We're all about making do on this video. This is the make it do. So fill those holes with glue.
Well, if you don't make it do and you spend 5 years trying to, there's Debbie. I'm going to copy her page. If you spend 5 years trying to make it do the right way, then you waste time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Copy.
All right, just wiping off the excess because that was a messy glue application with my finger. Okay, now these little shards of wood, little slivers, I'm just going to poke them down in there and then I'll hammer them in.
What am I doing? I'm decoupaging a tray. I'll show you here in a second. I'm dropping Debbie's page in here, so when you're done, you can watch her live, or if we're boring, you can go over there now, or you can hop back and forth. I sometimes will throw something on my TV and then I follow something else on my phone, and Deb's like, what are you actually watching? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing.
All right, now I'm just going to mush these down in there real nice and good. They're going to break, which is what I want. I want them to break.
So this is what I'm just this like a $1, maybe $1.50 off to look tray that I got at the thrift store. Looks like a shop project. It's solid wood though. Let's see if I can mark that.
All right, so the idea is just to fill that up and give more pressure for these screws than the just glue would do. And the wood glue will hold these on there so good and tight, it'll just be like regular wood was all in there the whole time.
So Barbara Jean wants to know if she can use wax over milk paint. You absolutely can. I use it all the time. I like to do it if it's super chippy, because if you put a liquid top coat over super chippy milk paint, it just makes it chip more. Let me see if I have any more questions.
Sometimes I take the broken end and I poke it back in there too and hammer it more if it's still got room.
Oh, Ado is at work. She's going to watch us later. I saw somebody else. If you had another question on milk paint and you're still on here, please comment again because I missed it. There was another milk paint. This is the first time I look at you live. Are milk paint chipping after clear wax? So if you remove all of the loose milk paint and it is all the way dry, it should not continue to chip after you clear wax it. However, if it's not all the way dry, or you or you don't remove the chipping paint, it will continue to chip. Because if it's chipping off, you just have to remove whatever's chipping. You can't like mush it back on. I have seen people try, but
I've never successfully mushed milk paint back on.
Is that really where I'm supposed to cut that? Oh, that is. Okay. Yeah.
All right. We're to that point now. I don't know.
We're to that point. Where is that point?
That point is we got the holes filled You don't even need to wait for the glue to dry when you do it like this, because that wood is filling up the gap that the walled out hole had. Where'd the rest of my...
Oh, it was Karen. She said, convince me about using milk paint. I haven't tried it yet. So the thing about milk paint is you can get authentically chippy looks, or it can all chip off and it's super frustrating. And really the only way to get good at it is to use it and realize, because I can look at something and I can probably tell you if it's going to all chip off, but it's hard for me to explain that. It kind of depends on how shiny it is. And if it is super shiny, then you have to add bond to it. But one of the things I love about milk paint is I have pieces in my home that I've painted with milk paint. And I've had people come in that are used to buying antiques that have legit old paint. And sometimes they think my milk painted pieces are legitimately old. And that's something I've really only been able to achieve with milk paint.
Sorry,
so
I'm going to get loud
there's
for a
my
second.
plug to it.
So these screws here.
What did you do with my...
I put it back behind us. The hinges, there was no way I was going to be able to get to that inside hinge. I have to put the inside on first and then screw this outside on. Now I was like, how am I going to do that?
I've cut this to fit, but my question is, you think I should just make it white and around the outside?
Just paint the rest of that white. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to decoupage it first and I'll paint the outside white. All right, where is my...
Okay.
Is this here?
So sorry if there's a lot going on and that some people can handle it, some people can't, but we can't slow down on the projects today.
We over thrifted, fine. Like we sold a lot of it, but last week we bought so many things that needed to be painted. And when I separated it all out after our live video, I was like, oh, that's a lot. Is milk paint like crackling? Milk paint can crackle and it also chips. It just does it naturally. It's a really old form of paint and it's a powder form. I don't use it as much in live videos because it does take a little bit more like patience and time. And usually when I'm thrift flipping, I'm trying to be like, do it quickly. And so I'll use like DIY paint. But we probably should do another milk paint video so that way you guys can see us do it again. If you look up on YouTube on Jamie Ray Vintage, we have playlists. Look up the milk paint playlist and you're going to get a lot of really good information. We have done so many videos.
All right, these are in here super tight now, which happy about that. Didn't even wait for the glue to dry. The glue will continue to cure up and it will really hold these down in there nice because everything's just going to be glued in and tight.
I'm just using the Paulette JRB decoupage paper, the Jamie Ray decoupage, and I'm using Debbie's liquid patina. This is the secret sauce to decoupage. I put a coat of the liquid patina underneath, and I'm applying it liberally on top. You can use an iron if you want, and we have an iron-on method video somewhere in the world, but I don't mind if it wrinkles a little because then I sand it and make it look old. So I'll let that dry and then I'll lightly sand it and maybe seal it one more time.
Sorry if the drill is loud.
It's fine. It's going to get loud because we're going to have kids start coming from school. Oh, we're live.
Yeah, kids are going to come home.
They're like, you're not normally live. We actually have been going live at the shop on Tuesdays for the holidays, but we're just thrifting. Do you need something? Okay. All right. No, it's like a regular live. There are 339 people between Facebook and YouTube. But if you need a snack.
And that's why I had to put this on first, because see how that has a catch? It's designed to not open up all the way and fall out. And obviously somewhere along the way it did. But now we're done. We're good. And it's
I don't think this is my one from today. I think you pulled out a envelope, like a baggie.
Oh, yeah, there was another baggie in there. I grabbed it so we could wash it, and I think it got in the mix.
Yeah, I don't want to use that.
Why are you doing down on the floor? Just
you can just walk through.
That's weird. They're going to see you. They see Cody down there on the floor. She was literally trying to slide across the floor. It's the funniest thing.
She was trying to do like one of the what's breakdancing, you know, the inchworm. I'm trying to like inchworm across the floor so nobody sees it.
All right, now I've
Karen
got this.
says, I love that, Zeb. And Barbara Jean says, hi, Odelia.
You were not sneaky.
So liquid patina is not biocertified food safe, just so you know. But once it's dry, it's like a dining table.
Yeah, it's
the
like
dining tables aren't sealed with food safe sealer. They're just sealed with polyacrylic or polyurethane or whatever. So once it's dry, it's fine.
So we're not painting that chest that I just, or those drawers I just repaired. Those are just done. They were good. We just needed to fix the drawers on there. I think, how much did I pay for that? $8 for that at the thrift store? Something like that.
Kathy says she could see your reflection in the dishwasher. So trying to be sneaky, not working. I'm just painting the edge of this with this cottage colors and white linen. This was what I base coated underneath before I decoupage, so that way my image was nice and bright. And I'm just going to paint it around the edge, let it dry and distress it. I love to do the cottage colors, especially on raw wood, because they go on so well, and then it's sealed and I don't have to seal it again.
Watch out for that. All right. What do you want me to decoupage on the bird? What should we do on the bird?
Poor Zeb, he better get ready for Valentine's and Easter. What do you got? Get it ready for Valentine's and Easter for?
I don't know.
I don't know. Like, what is Zeb doing? Is it getting ready for the shop or getting ready for what he buys? Because I pretty much do all the Easter shopping. What did you give me for Valentine's Day last year?
I don't even remember.
I think nothing.
I'm not a big believer in Valentine's Day. I guess you could say.
And I'm not a big person who like really worries about it. I like to decorate for it. Zeb and I like to make each other stuff, but like it doesn't have to be for Valentine's Day. I did tell you I want a new dining room table for Valentine's Day.
Oh, was that for Valentine's Day?
No, I'm just trying to find a way to get you to make me a new dining room table. So Valentine's Day was the next obvious holiday since it didn't happen for Christmas. And it's not just for me. I just want a bigger table.
I mean, we make a big deal
family.
about Mother's Day around here.
Yes, Zeb does Mother's Day. Epic.
Celebrate Easter quite heavily.
Every day is Valentine's Day with you, though. We hang out. You bring me treats. That's like my love language.
Because I'm a peach.
You're a peach. Well, sometimes. Last night you were kind of grumpy. Then I fed you. And you were less grumpy.
There were things that had been misplaced that should go the same place every time, and they were not there. And I needed them, like, in a hurry. What do you want decoupage on this?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm going to just go bring something over.
Do what you want. Skipping with all the baskets. Let's see. If you want a food safe sealer, you can also use tung oil, but that's not a decoupage medium. So keep that in mind. Oh, this tray was $1. Sorry, earlier I said it was $1 or $1.50. This is a good deal. The Saratoga Springs Deseret Industries lately has been so good with the finds. I probably shouldn't tell you guys that if you're local because that's our recent honey hole, but we've been finding some good stuff there.
All right. We don't often use this side of the paper. It comes with 5 floral images. One, the dark one over here, if you look it up on the website, is like a whole big bowl floral setting. And then this is just the individual pieces that we use to fill up the rest of the paper because we like to do a whole sheet because we feel like there's a lot more value in a whole sheet than like little decoupage. And if you need little decoupage, you can cut these out.
Which typically you have to cut for decoupage anyways. The value person in me who wants to give the most amount of value has a really tough time with the fact that if we were to print it out, that it would literally almost cost exactly the same. So I'm like, that's it. If we want to make something small, just put 2 per page.
Yep. And that's what we did.
So Kathy said, or Carol said she likes the chicken paper. We're going to be working on new decoupage paper here in the next month or so. We have new stencils that are going to be coming out the end of January and then decoupage paper in February. So we've been working on new designs.
Is this, where's the liquid patina brush? Where'd you go with that?
That is a really good question.
Oh,
it's on top of the liquid patina.
I think I'm just going to wet cut this.
You're going to wet cut it? You want to show people what that is?
Yep, we're going to show them right now. So you could cut like Jamie did with the scissors and fit it in. I'm going to just put it right on the piece since I've got this nice flat surface and wet cut it.
I would cut it into something small and more manageable, but But I'm not you.
I know. I just wing it.
People always say that you do what I tell you to do, but I don't think that's true.
Pretty rare, actually.
It's not a regular occurrence. All right, as soon as I'm done with this, then I'm going to be stenciling some fabric. And when that dries, then I'll decoupage the fabric on.
All right, so got some medium on the bird, the actual piece we're decoupaging. And now I'm just going to go over the top. This is going to be what hardens up and really sticks this on here. And wet cutting is you can just take your brush, get it wet along the edges. It's going to give you kind of like a torn look. More organic way to do it. Need more moisture.
I'm going to drop a link to our retailer finder. We do have retailers that carry our paper. They don't carry everything, so check before you make a trip or message them on Facebook. But we have a couple hundred retailers that sell either our paper or stencils or both. And if you go to jrvwholesale.com, you click retailer map, you can find it, but I'm going to, I'm going to drop that link for you guys. You can also order from us at jamierayvintage.com, but I want to give you options. What is liquid patina? Sue wants to know.
This is liquid patina. We use it as like a decoupage medium, and you can also use it as a transfer gel, but it is technically a very matte sealer also. Pretty thick. We like it because of the thickness. This is 18-pound paper on the decoupage paper, and it just holds that down to everything so good.
I will drop the link. Usually Caitlin's on here, but
you're having to manage your own live.
I'm managing my own live. I can do it. It's not a regularly scheduled live, so you get me. If you go to our search engine, we have a pretty great search engine on our website, though. Like if you ever can't find something, just go to the little search thing and type in liquid, and it's like the second thing down that pops up.
Yep. All right, got that ripped. And I got some extras over the edge, but that's fine because that's all going to go away once we're probably going to paint the ridge of this. And you might have a little texture, but I'll bring it close so you can see.
Oops, it did not put a space in there. Sorry, that won't work. This is why Caitlin gets paid the big bucks. She's better than me at this.
I think she has all the links just saved.
Probably. Why is it being... Can you guys click that? I'm just going to put just the link. How about that?
Don't type, just link it.
Just link it?
Yep.
I don't know. Hopefully it works.
All right, that'll dry up clear. Oh, you can see it pretty well right there. Looks like our overcast day has the light kind of yellow.
It's been overcast for forever.
This was the before. Just a regular bird. It was like this grayish color. It did have like a crack right here, which is why we're going to decoupage over it. I think I picked this up for $1 at the thrift store, maybe $1.50, somewhere in there. It's hard to remember. We pick up so many things. It's like...
That was $1.
Okay. I'm just pulling the excess off so I don't get a lip of the liquid. All right. One side down. I'm going to set this aside for a minute and let it dry. And then I'll do the other side.
Oh, that's super cute.
I know.
I think we should paint it Queen Bee in the middle.
Queen Bee? Okay.
But you need to get all that extra paper off of it.
No, I'm going to leave it on there for texture.
For texture. It's a texture situation.
Yeah.
It's 10:20 in the UK. What time is it here? It is 3:20.
I think we're a 7-hour difference than you guys. And I know you guys change early March. We change late March. We'll spring forward an hour with daylight savings. But I think you guys do it in like March 7th or 8th or something.
I remember
like
it happened while we were there last time, and it hadn't happened at home yet. So this I'm just actually painting because I'm putting it in my frame.
Am I decoupaging that too?
Nope. We're just going to put a transfer on it.
Oh, you're going to do a transfer on that.
To make it look cute.
Okay, I'm going to set this aside. You can see the ripped paper, it really mangled that piece. So that image is mostly done. And then I think this one here will be my second side of the bird, this floral here. And it'll be perfect for spring decor.
Oh, Delia, since you're here, would you drop the email info@jamierayvintage.com for our cute friend Inspirations? I can't say it. Famagen. She's from Sweden, and she'd like to order. If you email Caitlin at info@jamierayvintage.com, then she can help you. And just know Jamie is Jami. My mom decided not to put an E on it.
Also, I think we're 7 hours ahead of Sweden. Maybe might be getting into 8. I don't know if it goes over farther. I think my brother is 8 right now.
So we are just dry brushing cottage color in white linen on here. This was already painted in French millinery, and I'm just bringing out all the detail of this frame I picked up for $1.
Do you want this decoupage too? That's why I'm holding it. I was like, wait,
yeah, that's why it's painted. You just do whatever you want.
So whatever I want on here?
Yes, I'm giving you free range.
I'm going to go back over. I'm going to show some more of the paper. We have tons of fun floral images. We've been doing it, what? This is our 3rd spring?
I don't know. We've been doing it for a while.
I think this is our 3rd spring having decoupage paper. We started in 21.
We started with stencils. Then we had a decoupage. Now we carry stencil brushes. We did woods for a while wholesale, and we don't do that anymore. And then we also did beauty products wholesale for a while. We don't do that. But the decoupage paper and stencils are here to stay. The nice thing about the decoupage paper is it's $6.95 a sheet. And if you order 2 sheets, you get free shipping. So it's a really good DIY product that doesn't cost a ton. All right, what do you guys think? Ta-da! This was just plain like plasticky black, just like the back. I think originally this actually came from Walmart. When you're dry brushing, the key is to not have a lot of paint on your brush. I'm just going to paint the back of this so it's not so messy.
My question is, should I just do the top or should I do the whole thing?
You can do whatever you want. I told you, you're in charge.
I don't even know who this Jamie is.
I am a new and improved Jamie. 2023.
I don't know. I don't know about improvements. I was actually seeking some guidance there, and you're like, do whatever.
I think you should do the whole box if you can.
Okay, I will. So I can never say the name of this one, but this is a fun paper we came out with last fall.
Bird chinois.
Yeah, it was intended to be kind of like a wallpaper.
I actually haven't got Debbie's new brushes yet. We only have them on pre-order. I'm hoping we get them here by the middle to the end of the month so we can ship out all of our pre-orders. But from what Debbie says, she's abused them. And I can tell you, if Debbie says she's abused a brush, she has. She may be worse on brushes than us. And she said that they held up well and they're super soft. So I'm excited to use them. Thank you, Odelia, for dropping that email. All right. What do I need to do next?
Okay, so we're just going to start on the top. I think I'm just going to wrap it around and then I'll cut it on the bottom because I don't want the back side to be upside down, because if you keep wrapping, it'll eventually be upside down.
I know what I'm doing. I'm going to show you guys how to decoupage fabric on a basket.
This is like 25 ideas on how to redo thrift haul makeovers in one video.
You guys saw this. It is actually a bike basket. It's from our thrift haul. I think I paid like $1.50, $2 for it. And I'm going to put a decoupage label on the front, kind of like an old French basket. Sometimes I paint them, but I like the way this one looks. So I'm going to leave it as is, but I'm going to add a label.
So this was like one of those Lane little cedar chests that you got when you graduated high school because they wanted you to buy a big Lane cedar chest, I think.
Yes, that is what we asked the people of YouTube and Facebook on Saturday, and a lot of them said that they got one when they graduated as an incentive to possibly buy a Lane chest, as a hope chest. And a hope chest, if you don't know what that is, it's like you hope you get married and you put stuff in it from when you get married. So this is not
that's the hope?
I don't know.
I never knew what the hope was for.
This is the advertising label mini set of stencils.
I feel like getting married is something you actually got to work at instead of just hoping.
I don't know. For me, it just kind of happened. Okay, I think I'm going to do the Ironstone China label. Okay. So this is just a stencil. I'm going to cut my fabric so I know that my stencil will fit. And then I will stencil the fabric, let it dry, and we'll decoupage it on. Cynthia says, hey, I just noticed this live. Well, thank you, Cynthia.
Hey, Cynthia.
Zeb, can you fix the camera? We've been on
live. We've been half an hour already.
Half an hour.
Well, that blew by. I feel like I've done one thing.
If you guys are new here, welcome. We're just thrift flipping. And we dropped some links to the website where you can get products. If you have questions and I don't answer them, I will get them after the live. And we were trying to get on earlier, but that didn't happen. So my friend Debbie is live remaking stuff right now. She's actually doing a trash can. So I'm going to drop the link to Debbie's live so that way you guys can pop over there now or later. There you go. There's Debbie's page. The Lord says a man findeth a good thing when he finds a wife. Did you find a good thing?
Really good thing.
Okay. I've now cut my fabric for my basket. I've got my stencil. I'm going to go grab a stencil brush because I think we forgot those. We have weathered wood, so I got that.
So this is going to be a little wrinkly. We've showed a couple times. We don't actually do it very often because we like the wrinkles. But if you don't want wrinkles in your decoupage, you can put the medium on. And then what you do is you let that dry all the way. Then you can put your paper on, do like a dish towel or something light fabric over the top of your paper. You don't want to burn it because this paper is very thin. Then you just get an iron and iron that onto the decoupage. And then when that's dry and done and cured up and cooled off, then you can come back and seal over the top and it'll be nice and smooth. So
I am using, somebody asked what kind of fabric I'm using. These are just shop rags from Harbor Freight, but it's actually drop cloth. So like painter's drop cloth. You can use any kind of canvas fabric for this look. And then we like to use DIY paint because it's so heavily pigmented. Debbie, whose link I keep dropping, she makes this paint and we sell it we're one of her retailers at jamierayvintage.com. I love weathered wood because it's dark, but not super dark. I feel like black can be a little garish. Is that a word? Garish?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to just, you don't want to, so you do want to offload. You don't want it to be super juicy, but not as much as if you're doing like a sign because the fabric really needs a good amount of paint on there. I'm just going to, you can also do the swirl method like this, but I find when I'm doing fabric, I like to pounce it. So I just want to make this look like an old label that
like we're running out of decoupage.
Well, what? I'm going to need some.
Or not decoupage, liquid patina.
The liquid patina. I knew what you meant. All right, well, I'll stop decoupaging after this. I think that's the last container we have here. We have more at the shop.
Rip the top.
It's one of those things we never like to run out of. And somebody said it's like Mod Podge. It is similar in what it does, except for it's so much better. If you've ever used Mod Podge and it's kind of plasticky and smelly because it's not all natural, this does not turn plasticky. It's just way better. So much easier to work with. And I'm not just saying that. You can also use this paint and add paint to it and make it glaze. So if I were to take liquid patina and add a little bit of this weathered wood to it, I could make a gray glaze. I am sliding this all over the place. We'll see what this looks like. I'm gonna have to do this twice.
Should you have taped that down?
Yeah, I probably should have taped my stencil down, but I didn't. So here we are. It doesn't have to be perfect because I'm trying to make it look like an old basket label. And those were never perfect. All right. It looks great, actually. Look at that. So here's my stencil on fabric. I'm going to let that dry, and then we'll decoupage it on my basket. I'm going to need my glue gun because I like to glue gun it in place while the decoupage medium is drying.
All right, so this is the one time when you maybe don't want to rip. I ripped too far and it went up over the top here.
What? You weren't perfect, Seb?
Never am I perfect. I got lots of work to do for that. That's a lifetime thing that you can never achieve.
Trying to see what else I have to paint here.
That's why we have the slogan, "Done is better than perfect."
We have shirts that say "Good enough."
Good enough.
Is that basket sold? I don't know. That is a really quality question. Let's see. I'm going to go to jamierayvintage.com. Click Saturday Thrift Haul. It sorts it by featured, which is like what's available. So there are 2 laundry baskets available, but I'm not going to do those because they need to be painted. We don't have that much time. I believe that basket is sold. I will show you the ones that are available that I'm going to be doing later.
Okay, I'm gonna leave that for a sec because it's got to dry. And we'll go revisit this other one and see if the bird is dry enough to do the other side.
All right, so let me pull up. Sorry, let me get back to questions.
Where did I put that bird? Oh,
So
it's right here in front of me.
this basket, I have 2 of these that still are available, and they're going to get a decoupage label on them. But I'm probably going to dry brush them first or do a wash and then the label. Or do you guys think I should just do straight up label? Comment and let me know. These ones haven't sold. Oh, you like that one for a wall basket? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's like a basket for a bike, but I think it would be a great wall basket. But yeah, that one is sold.
Okay, that's still not quite dry. I think I might heat gun it from a great distance.
You have to be careful when you're heat gunning liquid patina because it can bubble.
Yep.
You're hiding my French millinery over here. I'll get back to that basket once it's dry. Zeb likes to heat gun. I like to just move on to the next project till I run out of space.
Which happens pretty quickly.
Well, so I have ADHD, which you probably noticed if you've been watching the video, and Zeb does not. So he's really good at like finishing a task till it's done, and I will start 800 projects. I do get them finished. I just don't always do them in like sequential order. When we're doing lots of thrift flipping, I like to do a few colors, and today it's French millinery and cottage colors, white linen is what I
see. Other than the baskets, I think all the projects are out here, aren't they?
Yeah.
Did this one get forgotten, or are you doing that?
What do you mean?
We're not painting that wall, are we?
No, I was planning on painting the feet. I wanted to do them in copper patina and the lip.
But we're out of copper.
No, I found it.
Oh, you did find it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you should go find some more liquid patina in there too.
I can't, like, I'm not Mary Poppins. I can just imagine.
You got your big magical carpet bag?
My
fit lamps and stuff in there?
My patina carpet bag.
Okay, I think that's dry enough. I can flip it and do the other side.
Looks like kids from the elementary school are getting out, so my boys will be home in a minute. Just notifying everybody that they're going to hear that.
Fair warning.
Fair warning. So this is French Millinery by DIY Paint, another paint that we carry at JamieRayVintage.com. I have to tell people because they inevitably
people
will
hop
ask
in
me.
and out too. Yep,
it's French Millinery. It's a really great lavender that has a gray undertone. They said maybe just a white dry brush on the basket. Carolyn, I think I might do that. I might still wait just because we have so many projects out right now. I'm gonna need a lot of space for that one. Somebody put paper in this. All right. Zeb's letting him know we're live. If you're new here, we have 5 children, 4 that live at home. We have 2 dogs. So occasionally my oldest son, who does not live at home, will pop into live videos. It gets a little crazy around here. Zeb, you have your heat gun out? Would you mind heat gunning the wax off of that for me?
Yep.
You could just wipe it off with that.
Where's it at? Oh, down below.
Yeah, it's like going down the side and oops, on my finger.
I can see it.
Okay.
Go tell Cody hi, Jack. He's barking at you.
Cynthia says, I see a theme. I have ADHD too. See, some people do not, and it's hard for them. But also, sometimes I'm watching somebody who doesn't have ADHD and they lose me because they're not doing enough, right? Like we all have our people. Okay, I had another candlestick. There it is. And I have this recipe box.
So if you leave the wax on when you paint it, even though it's like dry and cured up here, wax lasts. It counts for candle wax too. It'll like make a greasy spot on your paint.
And it'll also resist the paint a little bit. Oh, didn't I say that my mom lives with us too, Renee? I don't know. Occasionally you might even see my daughter's boyfriend Cooper around here. It's just, we have a lot going on. We have a lot of animals. We only have 2 animals that live with us here, but we have a retail store that's not too far from here, and we have like 30 animals over there, our chickens and our sheep, and my son's cats.
Yes, plural cats. He's been rescuing cats, and I think he's going to need a bigger house soon.
Yeah, he lives in the cottage behind our shop.
We're going to have to, he's getting kittens from the yard. He's got a truck yard that he They're randomly kittens there. There's a lot of trash. He works for
Republic,
Waste,
and I think that's why.
And so they've got a lot of trash cans.
So basically what I'm saying is we're a zoo.
Yeah.
And we paint stuff.
But he keeps finding these kittens over by the trash cans. He's like, I don't know where they came from. He's like,
Hello?
but they got to come home with me and get their shots.
Yeah. Hello, all the cats. I tried to buy him a crazy cat lady sweater, but it was not the right material and he didn't wear it. So I need to find a really good, if you guys have a link to a really great crazy cat lady sweater, link that because I need to buy him one because he's so funny about his cats. Why are you not sanding the recipe box? So Ellen, this is DIY paint and it's clay based and I cleaned it really good, but I do not need to sand it. This paint is going to dry really hard and stick right to it.
So I may have just spread the wax out, but it's mostly up, I think.
Yeah, you just get it hot and just wipe it off. It'll be fine. If this was really shiny, I might sand it a little bit, but this is very matte paint. And the DIY paint's really good. It's clay based, so it's heavily pigmented and we get really great coverage. And once it cures, it dries rock hard.
There's a few things on this candlestick.
I gave it to you because I didn't want to deal with it.
Okay, well, you can have it back now.
I can have it back now. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Les. What are we doing? We are painting the thrift flips from Saturday.
All right, my decoupage.
You did good.
I did your thing and my liquid patina dried out a little bit.
Oh, sorry. Sorry to distract you.
It's okay.
That's why you do one project at a time. Although you got a project drying there and we need to finish that box. We started for Leslie. Thanks. Jen Dune from Rustic Rehabs is on here. She's also a DIY retailer and she's letting everybody know that it's clay based and doesn't need to be primed. It's awesome.
I didn't like the placement on that.
I'm sorry they don't have alternatives in the UK. We'd love to sell this paint there, but it's a little bit hard to get it over the pond. Maybe Deb and I travel a couple times to England a year. This year we are going to be lucky if we get there once because we have a lot of trips, but maybe we'll bring some. Just bring a suitcase. Check a suitcase full of DIY paint. See what the legality of that is. We'll just have an auction, and that would probably pay for our whole trip. Auction off DIY paint to the highest bidder.
Auction it off and just sell it at market value.
Well, I was trying to be funny. Aunt B says all done in high definition. That's ADHD. That is true. I
like that.
Try to calm down and be easy. The older I get, the better I am at dealing with it. I'm completely unmedicated, which you probably also knew from watching me. So it does take me a little bit, but I can usually figure it out. I like to look at it like a superpower as opposed to being a disability. All right, where is my paintbrush that had the problem with too many projects is you lose your brushes. Oh,
which brush were you looking for?
Found it. It's right here. My cottage color. I'm just going to put one more coat. This is the frame we did earlier. I'm going to put one more coat of cottage color on the back, and I will come back later and clear coat over the top because I used French millinery underneath the cottage color, and that doesn't have a sealer, so I'm going to need to wax that. But the back I won't need to because cottage color has a sealer in there. Tried Boutique and Repurposing says, I love my vintage pink paint I got from you, and my table looks great. I love it. I actually have some
It's a really fun pink. On camera and sometimes in pictures it almost looks white, but it's a great light pink.
Yeah, it's got like a peachy undertone. I have some projects I need to paint either with that or petticoat pink later. I probably won't do it on this video, but I have some projects I got to use it for. Thanks, Deborah. She says, that's a lovely pink. This is French millinery. Oh, maybe she's talking about vintage pink. It's a lovely pink. Sister Deborah is on here. Okay. Done with that.
Probably one of my favorite decoupage papers that we've recently done that we've only used once is the succulent one. That's like the big scene with the succulents up close and the mountains in the background. I don't think I have one here to show you, but it's good. You could probably get, I don't know, 8 or 9 of these little projects out of it with succulents on it.
It is good.
It's like desert succulents, and then you got like stormy mountains in the background.
Somebody asked if this is a really light violet. I would say that French Millinery is a really light lavender with a gray undertone. That's my personal opinion on it. Joyce, is it Joy? Yes, Joy says she loves your bird.
Okay, so there's one side. I used the same paper that just has different floral patterns on it. Oh, that's not focusing.
So are we going to do French Millinery in the middle, or are we going to do Queen Bee or Petticoat Pink?
There we go. Want to do to focus.
Because we need to paint the middle of the bird. But
I love these because look how detailed this floral is. Like you can see all the little petals individually, and that's the fun part about the decoupage is it's big, so you can do a lot of big projects or you can do little projects like this.
I dropped the link earlier, but if you go to jrvwholesale.com, we have a retailer map if you want to find a retailer near you, or just jamierayvintage.com for the decoupage paper.
I think the French Millinery will actually play better with this.
Okay.
But we need to let it dry a little bit or else it'll peel the edges.
It's already out, so that's convenient. Let me see if there's anything else I need to. My stenciled fabric isn't quite ready to decoupage yet, so I will wait for that.
All right, so we still have mostly 2 other designs. This one got a little over, but we can still probably use that. So I'm going to go save this. I'll probably just cut it so we don't have that big old mess.
We started this on the channel member live this morning. We used weathered wood and then a little bit of that bird chinois that Zeb put on that box, and we just did that in the middle. And so I'm thinking, do we want to do white wax, or do you want to?
I would distress it first and then like around the edges on that design, and then white wax it because that's going to give it more of like a stone look, and I think it'll play well. It's a little heavy right now, even though because the brown matches the color of the petals on the leaves too much.
Do you want to give me white wax and a brush?
Yep.
Okay. Everybody says it's awesome. Rustic Rehab says, I love that bird now too. Now I want bird cutouts. You could use that as a pattern and do bird cutouts. We'd have to get nice thick MDF, but that would be fun to do.
Yeah, you just
because that one's kind of at an angle, but it doesn't have to be. It could be.
You could
or you could glue
if
them
we
together.
did the 3/4, it would be as thick as the top is there. It would stand.
Yeah, that would work. You're gonna give me. I need a bigger stencil brush.
Okay.
Or bigger wax brush.
I think I brought the wax brush over, didn't I?
Cabin Crafts by Elle says, guys, I need my bed. I've been painting my daughter's kitchen the last 3 days, but I'm enjoying sitting here watching you both. Oh, kitchens are a lot of work.
They're intensive, and there's a lot of different finish type of work that you have to do in a kitchen. From masonry and carpentry and tiling and all sorts of things that can go on.
Denise Reynolds, Ampy says, if Jamie had 2 more hands, no one would think she had ADHD. That's her superpower. I just do a lot of things.
All right, so this has a yellow tint to it on this.
It's fine. I use that over Queen Bee. That's why.
So you're going to yellow tint that?
No, it's not coming off. All right. I like to use our JRV stencil brush, the 1 1/4, to do colored waxes or just any wax. Like it's a really great wax brush. You can stencil with it, but it's not a one-trick pony. If you do go back and forth between paint and wax, be sure to wash that wax out of your brush. You do not want to try and paint with it in there. You have to use warm water and like a degreaser like Dawn or whatever, and you can get most of the wax out. All right, so I'm gonna wipe this back.
This brush is really annoying me. Where'd the scissors go?
Why is it annoying?
It's probably been dipped into here too many times, and it's got like the
You're the one that's
bristles
been using
are
the
poking
scissors.
all over the place. Did I use the scissors last?
Yeah. I mean, I haven't used the scissors since I did that tray like 30 minutes ago. Oh, well, I used them, I guess, when I cut this.
Mm-hmm.
Did you put them back in the drawer?
No. I'll find them. You can keep doing your project.
I'm just going to be here waxing my project. I guess I could put a little white wax over this if I wanted to. That'll kind of blend it in. We love these wall pockets. These are not old, right? Like this is just a thrifted item. Nobody's running to get them, but this is like a wall shelf. And when you paint them, they look so good. Like it was one of those uglies, like late 90s, early 2000s finishes. And it was just a great canvas to make it a little updated. We use the thrift store like our craft store.
It's craft supplies.
Craft supplies, yep. Or if you have existing decor that you just want to update, buy your favorite colors of paint, wax, some decoupage paper, and go to town. You can really recreate something for not a lot. Decor especially doesn't take much paint. I'll show it to you up close when I'm done. This wax is also a sealer, so this will be done.
I just went right over the top of the hinges.
Did you find the scissors? They said it's next to the hammer.
I'm not seeing it.
Can you water down DIY paint and paint a plastic plant? Les, I've never tried that, so I don't know. I feel like you could probably paint it full strength. I don't know why you'd want to water it down. The thing with watering it down is it kind of dilutes the clay properties, which is what makes it really stick. So I just don't know that that would work. You could dry brush a plant if you wanted to just add a little bit of color. I would try that maybe.
Whoops. No, I lost a little piece. It came off under my finger. Let's put another little piece back on there. We'll see if I can get that to work.
Did you find the scissors?
Nope. You may have put them up because I'm pretty sure you had them last when you cut your fabric. But are they over there?
These are not those scissors.
Those are the ones. They're dirty.
No, they were white.
No, they're these ones. Yeah, They're dirty.
Maybe you put them over there.
I did not. But
we'll
that's
have to rewatch the video.
You probably did it when you were going over there to look for liquid patina or whatever you were looking for. It doesn't matter who.
I mean, it couldn't possibly have been you.
The scissors have legs. We all know this. They never are where they're supposed to be. It doesn't matter who moved them.
My favorite is when we find out that you really did move something, because chances are it was me.
We'll watch the replay and I'll be like, oh, that was me.
And I'm like, Zeb, was that really you that misplaced that? What is the thing I'm doing? This is a shelf that we thrifted. It was like $1.50, $2. I don't remember. I have to watch the thrift haul to know. And it was, see this like rusty, kind of weird greenish brown color. And we decoupaged the bird chino suriwa in the middle. And then I just used weathered wood and white wax.
Okay, you can see here I've got this spot. Maybe, come on camera, work with me.
Can you show this up close while you're there?
I've got a spot right here that came off. I'm just going to decoupage this right over the top of it. And
Michelle said that you had the scissors last cutting the decoupage paper.
But you cut your thing after me.
I'm just saying Michelle said.
All right, Michelle.
All right, I'm going to bring it up close, show you my project. This one's all finished. I can't really take credit for it because Zeb did everything except for the white wax, but ta-da. It does look a little splotchy, but once that wax dries, it'll look great. And I used a little white wax to tone back the hot pink, which I think it's good. This is still...
Making all kinds of repairs over here on this corner.
I need to heat gun this because it's just wet in like one spot. I put too much paint on it. Careful if you ever heat gun fabric. It burns real fast. Every now and then you got to tidy up.
Yeah, otherwise you'll be painting yourself into a corner.
I have done that before. All right, here's my basket. I'm going to move this over here so you guys can see what I'm doing. Did you use all the liquid patina or did you save a little for me?
It's mostly gone. I had to finish my projects. I think there's more over there.
I can always add more. It's fine. All right, to get started. Well, I'll do that later. Where's the patina?
It's right here. There's just a little bit.
Oh, my gun wasn't on. Oh, I need your brush. You need a bigger table. We have, sometimes if we're not live, I have like a really big, long dining room table, which not big enough. I need Zeb to build me a new one. But we have been known to use that. Like we do a step, we put it over there to dry, and then we just go back and forth. And then it just gives us more space to work. They said that, Lori says you used the scissors last when you trimmed the decoupage paper.
Wow. All right. There it is. I did it.
Haha. I still need that brush.
You're going to have to wait.
It's okay. I'll wait.
You got to take a time out. Take a deep breath. Read a comment or two.
Nobody's asking any questions right now.
All right, guys. Jamie needs
Bambi
you.
said it too. So he will come with a razor blade when this is dry. Did you already tell him that?
No.
And he will cut this, but it has to be all the way dry. And then he'll decoupage the edges with it open. And that way you'll be able to get into the box. Because I'm sure somebody's going to say, how are you going to get into the box? That's how. That is how.
Okay, so far we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides done. We got one more side over here and let this dry. And I'm going to just leave it sitting here right like this.
Sorry, I got to face this towards me, but I'll flip it around so you guys can see it. Just kind of.
I'm going to go look and see if there's any more liquid patina in there. We got to have another jar.
All right, you want to go hot and heavy with the liquid patina when you're decoupaging fabric to a basket. Oops. And it's going to move around, but I promise you that when the patina dries, it will be so thick and it will suck it down to the basket. And then for extra like gluiness, I will come back behind it and hot glue.
Is that a word?
Gluiness? Adhesion is probably the correct word, not gluiness. But I will hot glue behind the label and make sure that it sticks where I want it to. And if you're just tuning in, you'll have to scroll back in the video so that way you can see me stenciling this drop cloth. And we like to do things very like French country, farmhouse, English cottage, but you could do the same thing and use bright colors. Like you don't have to French country everything. We do because that's what we like. But yeah, this is going to need way more, but that still get us started.
I'm going to use this for the rest of mine. I can get away with using Big Top.
Oh, yeah, no, I have to have all the patina for this.
All right. You said you found the copper?
Yeah, I put
I'm
it on
waiting
top
on
of the
some
hutch.
things to dry.
You want to grab it on the hutch?
Yeah, and I'll paint the feet on this. Are we painting the top lip
Man,
too,
this
or
is
just the
like-
feet?
What? What did you say?
Are we
Just the
paint-
feet and the top lip.
That's what I said, the top lip and the feet. Okay.
All right. Now I've got it on here and I'm just making sure it's attached. Be careful because this can activate the paint. Sometimes it gets like the gray will smear a little bit, but that's okay because then it just makes it look old. If you were worried about that, you could spray a sealer over the top of the stenciling so it doesn't smear, but I don't care. Does that look straight? No, it's crooked. And when you do this, you're going to get little stringies on the fabric, which is great because you want it to look old and worn. Is that straight now?
All right.
Okay, I'm going to show you guys up close. The liquid patina dries clear. And I will put more on this because it needs about twice as much. But there you go. That'll dry clear and it's going to look awesome. I'm just going to use the hot glue behind it and get some extra adhesion or gluiness.
Gluiness.
And you go from behind the basket and make sure that it falls through the basket to the fabric below. I just like to tack the corners from behind.
You guys, this was $1 at the thrift store.
Oops. It was $1.
Mm-hmm.
We are really good at thrifting.
I think we got this one at American Fork.
Yeah, we did get that at the American Fork DI. Well, we've been on here an hour. That last half hour went fast.
Faster than the first. It's all it's doing is telling me that it's lunchtime and we missed it.
It's 3:59. Les is going now. Goodbye, Les. Zeb's going to do that, and then we're probably going to have to go because he has to milk the cow.
Wow,
What would happen if you use Big Top to adhere the Costa basket? Nothing. It's just that liquid patina is thicker, so Big Top might work. But with fabric, you really want to lay that patina on.
You could
thick.
probably get it to work. It's just thinner, so you're going to have to maybe do more layers of the Big Top and work with it a little more. It's not going to just suck it down on there like the liquid patina does.
So what I will do is when Zeb goes, because we keep Buttercup, she's in the pasture next to the shop. When he goes to milk Buttercup, I'll have him bring me back some patina, and I will add another coat on that.
Do you want to paint the top of this real quick so we can show them this bird all done?
Yeah, I can finish that. Is Buttercup going to be okay?
Yeah, she can make it a half hour, give or take, either way.
She gets grumpy if you make her wait too long. And she is in heat.
She is.
This is actually tricky to be neat on the middle of the bird here. You're not to.
So we should know by probably end of January to beginning of July, we're getting Buttercup bred with a mini Jersey bull. But if you don't know, Buttercup is our little family milk cow. She's a Jersey. And she's getting bred on Saturday. Yeah, this little bull is like 38.5 inches tall at his shoulder. Like Rex might be taller than that. He's tiny, and Buttercup is on the small side for Jerseys. So we're hoping to get a little tiny calf.
This wasn't dry all the way, and I touched it, and some of the paper came off.
Oh my goodness! I can fix it. I know how.
Okay, good.
You must have touched it a lot, though.
No, I'm trying to be very delicate.
Are you over there getting handsy with my bird product?
Your bird project? It's fine, because we'll distress it and dark wax it. I'm going to step away from the bird project till it's dry. You told me to do it, and I was just being an obedient wife. I'm over here painting stuff. All right. Is the iron stamp available to purchase? Yes, Nicole. I will drop. The name of the stencil set is Advertising Label Mini Stencils. And I will get that. And then I have a few more questions that I will answer. If you go to JamieRayVintage.com, there's a little search engine with a little magnifying glass. And that's a great way to look things up. But I am here, so I will do it for you. Advertising label minis. So advertising labels are like old crockery from England. Has advertising labels on it. Select all.
So the feet are they pretty much got one coat coverage. This is also liquid patina from DIY, but this is the Pennies from Heaven. It's a copper metallic patina.
Hello, Deb Rosenberger's on here. Okay.
Hey, Deb. All right. So I'm going to have to do a couple coats on this. But I don't know if you can see. That's helping that be a little brighter.
What type of sealer do you use, or does it matter? So we use liquid patina, and for decoupaging, it is really the best. And Blessed Beyond says, I saw a chunky candlestick holder today that were made into a lamp for $2 each, but everything was half off, so the pair would have been $2. Would you have picked them up? Probably.
We would have either made them into a candlestick or made the lamp part work.
Oh, that sounds good. So if you do something like this, you get paint along the edge, don't worry about it, because when it's dry all the way, I'm going to sand it, and I'll probably dark wax it and make it look kind of decrepit and old. You see that? But dark wax will look good there.
That's a lot of hole there.
It stuck to my little finger.
Okay. Uh-oh, we're losing it.
You're going to cause a problem here in a minute.
Wait for your stuff to dry. All right, guys, I think that's it for now.
We'll show you all the projects.
If you're catching the replay, thanks for watching. And also, this we fixed early on. We repaired this. The hinges were broken. I showed you how to use like wood shavings or a little dowel or toothpick to fill the hole with glue. And now this hinge is on there good as new. So that's working. And it has a little catch so it doesn't open all the way. Showing them all the stuff.
Yep.
It's weird lighting right now. These are purple.
If you like this video, be sure to hit that share button, give us a thumbs up, and subscribe to Jamie Ray Vintage for more.
DIY.
And shop JamieRayVintage.com. And don't forget to hop over to Debbie's Design Diary on Facebook and check out her live video this afternoon. Bye, guys.